Good morning. Welcome to my channel. You're at the Thrifty Journal Shop. My name is Amber. If you are new here, this is your first time stopping by. Thank you for stopping by and welcome. Today I am just going to share little Thelma with you. So I don't usually name my journals, but I just felt this journal and this little girl, she needed a name. I love the name Thelma. One of my probably all-time favorite movies is Thelma and Louise, so that's where I kind of got the idea. I think this is the largest journal that I've ever made, the largest paper bag, trashy type journal. I think my glue books are about this same size, some of my larger glue books I made, but this is over 13 inches, and I would say about 13 or 12 inches wide. And what I did here is I used a paper sack for the base and then some painty papers, and the spine is actually made from a paper sack. Also, the back cover, I just used some of my painty papers, and this is a sheet, I believe, and I just found it thrifting. I love the colors. It looks like a crayon to me. And yeah, the inspiration behind this journal is I've been wanting to make a cow journal for some time now. Cows have always had a special place in my heart. I live around a family farm that has cows, and I walk and go visit them, and I ride my bike and I feed them apples, and they just make me happy. So I thought I would dedicate a journal to them and put in lots of color. And so I've been collecting cow ephemera, and I found a cow calendar at the Dollar Tree, and I thought that is perfect. So I included the whole calendar in here, and I'm just gonna do a flip through. I haven't completed it all, but I'm gonna be adding to it, and I'll probably be doing some journaling. So I plan on sharing more of the pages, but I'm just gonna show you how I make my kind of trashy, artsy, funky journals, and how I use just supplies I have. Some of the stuff's from the Dollar Tree, most of it's thrifted, a lot of it's trash. Like I said, this is a recycled paper bag. I like the crinkly effect of it. So I just took part of the calendar, this was a page, and I cut her out. And then in the inside here, I might have to zoom out. I think I'm okay right now. I attached the sticker here. And here's a little homemade sticker, and I wanted to write little Thelma on here. There. So what I did here is just, this is some scrappy paper. I just like to use the offcuts of my scraps and cut them down and then sew them together. And I love this image of the cow here with the nose. So I just cut her out and just glued her here. So it's just some paper that I've been making with my jelly plate, and added some fabric. I had quite a few photos I've taken over the years of cows. This was on a bike packing trip I did out west, and I think this was in Colorado. And so my printer was low on ink. So some of these I printed out in black and white, and then I just went through and kind of added some color. And I just did standard copy paper. So just really, I didn't have fancy photo paper or anything. And I like doing that because I think it sort of adds to the look of it, to the maybe vintage, trashy, kind of artsy, whimsical look. And then I just did some doodling here. There's one of the calendar pages, more of those scraps. And then here was just a fun page. I just used some Dollar Tree leaves that I had, and some of my own hand-drawn leaves, and just some stickers. And then this was a cover of a Laura Ingalls Wilder book, and so I just added that. I added this page because I loved the red barn, and I still might add to this page, but here's part of a label. It was a sticker, and I just cut that off. And then I've been out collecting leaves. I've got some ideas for them, but I really just like to take leaves on and then just add them to my journal and see what happens to them over time. I've got a page in here with a leaf that I think I did maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and it still has its color. So I added those. This is a drawing that I did myself, and it was this cow right here. This was from another calendar, like a farm calendar. So I just drew this cow, kind of my interpretation of it, and added some little flowers to her hair and a little arrow. And then this is a mama and a baby cow, more fabric. So I like to add lots of fabric, lots of elements to the side, just to have that like trashy kind of colorful effect. And then I've got this children's book, and it was cute. It was all about cows, and some of the pages had like half of the cow's face or half of its body, and I just thought it was really cute. Little baby. Here's some of my painty paper, and this was from a book. I think the cow went over the mountain. Let me see if I can find it here. Whoops. Yes, it was a golden book. The cow went over the mountain. And so I pulled some pages from that book, and there was one of the pages. This was from like a Betty Crocker cookbook. And then these little cows are just some that I printed out, some clip art. More children's book pages. I think this was like a tell-a-tale book with the cow. It might have been a little golden book. I just love this cow. More from that cow went over the mountain, and I just added some scraps. Calendar page. And then here's a tag I made, and I just stuck these in here for now. This was the back of the calendar, and so I might cut these out, or I might turn these into like journaling cards or tags. And then this was just a sweet little journaling card I made with some collage and fabric. This was a children's book I had, and I love the book. It's got different herbs and flowers in it. So I just went ahead and added some of those cute little cows to it. And I did the same thing here. This was a book that was called The Barn Dance, and I used some of the pages in my Halloween journals. I loved the illustrations. You got this scarecrow and the cows. The crow. This is the other side of the barn, and then I just added a cow, and I had a butter box that had cows on it. More of those little guys. And then here was just a phrase from a book. Here's Bossy, the friendly cow. And then this page, I'm going to add more to it, but it was just a mountain scene. And so I added a sticker and another little cow. This is another scene from a children's book. And then I just added these houses. This was from a story with Mary and baby Jesus. Mary was warm in the stable. The donkey and the cow were warm. Just thought that was such a sweet picture. This was from a children's book. That painty paper. This was a photo that I took right around my farm, and I ended up coloring the cows pink just to make them pop a little bit. And then I just went around the black cows here because they were sort of blending into the picture. This is part of the calendar. And then I just made like a tuck pocket here with the butter box. And I've got this little sweet cow sticking out and just an apple. I've still got this space to do something. Then I just turn the calendar that way. Still can fill that page. I just added a page from a bird book. I've got this flip here that I might do something with. This was, I think, a Mary Ingalls page. And then that's that cow book, the children's book with the different pictures of the cow. Just saw it so sweet. Part of his body. And so this was the spread I was talking about. I did probably 3 or 4 years ago. I pulled it from another one of my journals. This is just me out on one of my walks. I took a picture of the cows and just added some collage. Then that's the back. That was a Halloween spread I did. More of the cows with the bell around the neck. Looks like Sweden or Switzerland. On this page, I just added leaves. Just felt like putting some leaves on. Love the colors. It's been so vibrant here. So beautiful. Children's book page. I think a little golden book. Another little cow. And then I made this really cool pocket here, and I added a little leaf, and I might tuck something in there. I just attached some painty paper to the other side of the calendar. Then that's that spread that I did with the cows. And I think this was a picture from a craft book. Another, and then here's that leaf that I glued on, and it's held its color. Such a cute book. I added the barn. I love barns, especially old barns. This was a sweet book that I had as a little girl. Just beautiful illustrations. There were calves to feed. She's feeding the little chickens. Just a beautiful book. This is just simple. These were images from, I think, accounting book. It was a little golden book, little cow, more of the calendar, more of this calendar. I think I had 3 signatures in here. Did I have 3? Yes, I put 3 signatures. Then I just had the scrapbook paper I liked. It looked like a rope. Looked rustic to me. And then my printer it ran out of ink. So this was actually a photo that I took just the other day. The little calves were out by the road. I just thought it looked kind of cool anyway, even though it's pink and faded. And then I just added some washi and just some of those little cows. More of the calendar. And then I love this photo. I printed it out. It's probably from Pinterest or something. I've had it saved on my phone forever, but it did have like different colors in her face. So I just went through with my markers and added some color. And then here's just a fabric cow I made. So I just drew out the cow, put a bunch of different scraps of fabric, sewed them on, cut it out, and then reattached it this page and then sewed around it. So it's just using all sorts of fun lace and scraps. Here's another photo. And here I did kind of crazy with my markers. I made the white cow pop a little bit and just did some mark making. Got this pretty page here. More images from the cow went over the mountain. Barn dance book. Such a pretty picture. Love the full moon here. More of the calendar. And then this was another photo that I loved of this sweet little cow. So I just printed it out and I just went ahead and did some of my own mark making. Just took my markers really quick and just added some color. Here's another photo I took. This is me on my bike, just riding around by the farm. Just added some washi. I might still do some stuff here. And then I was just going to do a quick page on camera maybe here. So I've got that saved. Just added another leaf, and this is just part of the back of the calendar. There's that barn dance book. Love this picture. This was the white cow, and I named it Lashes. It just had these extremely long, beautiful lashes. It was in the winter. This is such a sweet picture too. I just cut her out. The sun was kind of shining on the picture, and so I just added it to this really pretty painty paper. It's fabric scraps. This was actually a piece of my art. I drew a cow on a wood sign for a friend of mine. So I just took a picture of it, and then I just went ahead and added color to it. The little cow was peeking over the fence. This was another cow out riding. I think this was in New Mexico, and I just came across a cow. So I added this, just added some mark making and doodling. This was the cover of the calendar. So this is the upside down part. I'm probably going to do something over here. And then I added a piece of wallpaper with a pocket. Here's another little journaling card I made. I'm going to add that somewhere. This was just like doing some Fraken paper and then just collage and some cutouts of cows, fabric. And then I just attached the book cover to this page and made like a little flip. I'm going to do something here to this page. And then I did, excuse me. And then I did put a nice big pocket here and added some other things. Just made, this was just some of my painty paper and I just glued the leaf on. And then that's the back of the journal. So it's just nice and squishy. So I thought I would just do a simple layout here. I've got this sweet little journaling card that I made here. And I thought I would just take this leaf and just add some of these here. So I'm finding that the leaves, they work really good with tacky glue. They stay down pretty darn good. I use the turbo tacky, but I'm sure regular tacky glue would work just fine. And then you could always Mod Podge over it. I've done that too before to really solidify it down, just to seal it. And then it gives that kind of glossy look. Yeah, I love turbo tacky. It's my favorite glue. I think everyone's got their favorite type of glue. I've just always had luck with turbo tacky. It sticks really well for me and it doesn't really bleed through. Just simple. My glue stick works okay on this stuff, but with the paint, I try to give it a little extra stick. Oh, sweet girl. And then I'm probably still going to go through here. I'm going to add different things. I'd like to do some journaling about some of these pictures. So I will have you back for that. I just wanted today to share one of my latest creations. So this is just a really simple page, but journaling can be very simple and it can be whatever you want it to be. I find that when I work in my glue books or my art journals, and I just find sometimes just gluing and not overthinking and just putting something down on a piece of paper is very freeing to me and very therapeutic. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. I just know that it really just brings me joy. So I just wanted to share that with you today, that I hope that journaling brings you joy and that you just kind of sit down and don't have rules or expectations and just let it flow and everything is beautiful. So I hope that this gave you some inspiration. I just wanted to share it with you and let me know what you guys are working on. I will be back again on Sunday. I've got some happy mail to share. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm going to open it on Sunday and I will share that with you. So we'll have a beautiful weekend and I will see you Sunday, and get outside today and collect some leaves if that's your thing. Yes, and find some time to create freely and openly and colorfully. All right, friends, I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching.